What I most commonly find is that what people write in strengths and opportunities is largely the same, and what they write in weaknesses and threats is largely the same, when that shouldn't be the case. So let's define this a little more. So strengths are regarded as internal factors. Now, when I say internal, I'm really talking about things that you have. Opportunities are what we call external factors. Now, these are things that you do not have, but wouldn't it be great if you got them? The problem here is you can't necessarily control them. Okay, so you can't control whether or not it is going to have that positive impact. On the other side, we look at the negative elements. So an internal factor is, again, things that you have and you can control, but they have a negative impact on your project. Same thing with threats. Negative impact, but these are external factors. These are things you don't have any control of. So let me give you a bit of an example to talk you through this. Should I open a McDonald's at the Hub shopping complex? Oh, your mouth is probably watering just thinking about the concept of this. Oh, wouldn't it be great to have something so close to your school? But there's some issues in here, which I'm probably guessing that you might be able to think about, but we're going to do this as a SWOT analysis, okay? So I'm going to decide whether or not maybe I should quit my job as a teacher and start a McDonald's franchise here in Aberfoyle Park, but I'll see how this is going to work out. So what are the strengths? People like McDonald's. You know, people know McDonald's, it's popular, it's doing well in Australia, like that's a strength. It's largely something I've got control of, in the sense like brand recognition is a strength. We seem to have an appealing menu. People seem to like it. There's a strength there that if you put a McDonald's somewhere, people are generally going to go there because they know and they recognise and they like McDonald's. That's a strength. And weaknesses. Some people see McDonald's as a bit cheap and unhealthy. Okay, so that could be a weakness. And that's something we could control because we could throw our whole menu out, we could buy better quality ingredients, all of that sort of stuff, but it's probably going to cost us money, so it's unlikely that we'll do that, and that's a potential weakness to our business. Even though we've got control over what we serve, that's not necessarily cost effective. The menu is similar to other places. Again, that's something we could change if we wanted to, but at the moment it's a weakness. If I'm driving past a Hungry Jack's and a McDonald's, and I'm dying for like a breakfast hash brown or something, it probably doesn't really bother me which one I go to. Depends what's more convenient or what's on the right side of the road. No one's going to essentially cross the road for a McDonald's hash brown over a Hungry Jack's hash brown. So that's a weakness to them. It does also create litter and waste. Again, that's something they've got control of. They could just stop wrapping their products in so much paper and stop giving out so many additional things that just turn into trash and make the whole area not look so good. But again, it's unlikely they're going to do that. Opportunity. It goes without saying that people seem to like burgers at the Hub. There's a lot of burger places around and they all seem to be doing pretty well. So there's an opportunity there. Like if I make a burger place there too, then people like burgers and they're probably going to come and check it out. It is near a school, and I'll tell you what, students love junk food and they love wasting their money on that junk food as well. So the fact it's near a school is an opportunity, because if those students are coming out of their school gates and they see the big golden arches, it's likely they're going to come across and be really interested in purchasing from me. So that's an opportunity. I could capitalise that market. People often complain in the area about a lack of places to eat. There's an opportunity there to capitalise on an element of the market that possibly isn't open right now. You know, people could go to an On the Run or a Servo, but it might be nicer to go to a kind of cafe type of thing. There doesn't seem to be anything like that right now. Now, I can't control whether people will come or not, but I could suggest that maybe they will, because there's nothing else like it. I know people like McDonald's. It's a popular place. That's a strength. Whether people will come to my McDonald's is not something I can control. That's an opportunity. Last is about threats. There are already other burger places in the immediate area. There's a KFC, there's a Hungry Jack's, but there's even like upmarket places like Fudd's. You can even get something from the Hub Chicken Shop. Like you can get a burger basically from everywhere, all around the area. That's a threat, because if someone feels like a burger, I've essentially got a 1 in 5 or 1 in 6 chance that they're going to come to my place, if all things considered. They might prefer McDonald's, but they might just as easily prefer KFC. So that's a threat. Like I could sort of open this up and only get 1 in 5 people in the area, and that's not necessarily going to be sustainable. And I can't control where they're going to go. Not only that, there's other McDonald's not far away. There's the Happy Valley McDonald's. So if anyone who lives in Happy Valley probably wouldn't bother coming up to Aberfoyle Park to go to McDonald's. They've got their own one. And then there's one in Hallett Cove as well, which isn't far away either. And there's one just down the road as well at Darlington. So there's McDonald's everywhere. So I can't guarantee that if someone feels like McDonald's, that they're going to come to my McDonald's, because there's very likely a closer McDonald's, and that's going to affect my revenue as well. That's a threat. I can't control which McDonald's people are going to go to. Once we've done our SWOT analysis, and this is kind of the key thing, we need to ask ourselves some key questions. This is what we do in the business world as well. This isn't just something we made up for students to keep them busy. What do I do? Should I make a McDonald's at the Hub Shop complex? Here's some key questions. Do the positives outweigh the negatives? How likely are these elements to occur? What's the best outcome? I guess the best outcome is everyone decides they want to come to McDonald's and all the other places go out of business. But the worst outcome is that no one comes to McDonald's because there's so many other options and then I go out of business. What's the risk versus reward factor here?